एरिस्टोटल ने किया था क्लासीफाई प्लांट्स को किया था 3 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड: हर्ब्स, shrubs and trees on the basis of morphological characters. And uh, and he divided animal into 2 parts: the animal which have red blood cells, and the one which have not red blood cells. Now Carolus Linnaeus divided um, the animals into 2 groups: animal kingdom and plant kingdom. But he didn't distinguish between the unicellular, multicellular, eukaryotic, prokaryotic cells, and photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic algae and fungi. Now, now he also didn't include the phylogenetic relationship between them. In 1969, R. H. Whittaker proposed 5 kingdom of classification named Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Melia, and he included uh, these kingdom on the basis of cellular structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, uh, and reproduction, and phylogenetic relationship. Reproduction method means, but he didn't distinguish between the heterotrophic group fungi and autotrophic group of green plants. फंजाई के पास काइटिन की सेल वॉल होती है काइटिन की सेल वॉल होती है, एंड प्लांट के पास सेलुलोज की सेल वॉल होती है पैरामीशियम एंड अमीबा के पास सेल वॉल नहीं होती है. प्लांट किंगडम मोनेरा में बैक्टीरिया जो है वो मेन मेंबर्स होते हैं. ये इनको चार तरीके से बांटा जा चुका है. सबसे पहला है कोकाई, फिर है बैसिलस, फिर है फिलामेंटस स्पाइरलम, एंड चौथा है विब्रियो. नाउ बैक्टीरिया किंगडम मोनेरा members show variant form of metabolic activity. Bacteria can be autotrophic, chemoautotrophic, and heterotrophic. And bacteria can be divided into 2 groups: archaebacteria and eubacteria. Archaebacteria are harsh bacteria which can live in harsh areas. For example, they can live in salty areas, and they can live in salty areas. For example, if they live in salty areas, they are called heliophiles. If they live in hot springs, they are known as thermoacidophilus bacteria. If they live in marshy areas, they are also known as methanogens. Different cell wall from this is because they can live in harsh area, because they have different cell wall structure than others. Now methanogen bacteria produce biogas and oxidize organic material. Now eubacteria are true bacteria, and they have rigid cell wall, motile and abmotile, and movable flagellum. For example, cyanobacteria can be unicellular, unicellular example हो गया वॉल्वॉक्स, फिलामेंटस, स्पायरोगायरा. एंड कोलोनियल जो है पॉल्यूटेड वाटर बॉडीज में ब्लूम का फॉर्मेशन करता है, एंड इसके ऊपर गिलाटिनस की शीट होता है. फिर इसके नीचे आ जाओ तो मिलेगा आपको कोलोनियल नाइट्रोजन फिक्सेशन बैक्टीरिया का नाम एग्जांपल दिया हुआ है नॉस्टॉक जो है नाइट्रोजन को फिक्स करता है विद द हेल्प ऑफ हेटेरोसिस्ट एक ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर है जो कि सिर्फ और सिर्फ नाइट्रोजन फिक्सिंग बैक्टीरिया में पाया जाता है, और इनके जो कवर होता है वो होता है म्यूसिलेजिनस कवरिंग. Heterotrophic bacteria, most abundant bacteria in eubacteria, and in Monera bacteria is most abundant. So heterotrophic bacteria can be of two types. One is which provide us profit and which cause disease. If uh, for example, a bacteria Lactobacillus acidophilus convert milk into curd, and a bacterium used to form antibodies. Now, uh, disease. Some bacteria also cause disease. For example, tetany bacteria cause tetanus, typhoid, Salmonella typhi bacteria cause typhoid, uh, citrus cancer, and chlorella, etc. Bacteria reproduce by fission or fission or sporulation. Sexually reproduction is possible. Mycoplasma is a small cell we can live without oxygen and can survive without oxygen and lack cell wall. They are pathogenic in nature. Now, Kingdom Protista have unicellular eukaryotic organism. They are classified into four type of groups in this book. One is the chrysophytes, and then dinoflagellates, then euglenoids, then slime molds, and then protozoans. First of all, uh, chrysophytes. Chrysophytes mainly include diatoms and dismids and dismids. Diatoms and dismids. Diatom consists of two thin uh, two thin shells, which can be just like soap uh, soap holder, soap box, and they are held together by silica, and that's why their shell is undestructible. Now again, diatom's dead body is also called as diatomaceous earth, which is used in polishing and oil filtration, and now they are chief producers in ocean and photosynthetic protistants. That's all about him. Now, dinoflagellates the the parts of protist which are photosynthetic, and they have two flagella. One is transverse and one is longitudinal. Cell wall have stiff cell wall have stiff cell plate on outer surface. Red dinoflagellate example, uh, gan- gonialex, and rapid multiplication occurs. That's why they cause red tide, sea red, and they release also toxins which may kill some fishes. Now other example is now other phylum is euglenoids. Euglenoids is freshwater animals and freshwater plants, freshwater protistants, which include euglena, and they didn't have cell wall, and they have a proteinaceous coat which is called pellicle. Pellicle makes their body flexible, and they have two flagella. One is short and one is tall, and they are both photosynthetic as well as non-phot and heterotropic organism. When light is minimum, they become heterotropic organism. For example, euglena. Now, next topic, uh, slime molds. Slime molds are saprotropic protistants which have organized which have which have a aggregation which is called plasmodium. Plasmodium is differentiated into floating bodies. They have spores on tip, and spores have true wall. Spores have true wall, but slime molds didn't have true wall. They are extremely resistant. They are extremely resistant. They are extremely resistant. They are extremely resistant protestants. The spore possesses two true walls, and they are extremely resistant and survive for many years. They are extremely resistant and survive for many years. They have spores are uh, by spore are disappeared by air current. Spores are disappeared by disappeared by dispersed by एयर करंट. सबसे पहले यूग्लिनॉइड्स की बात करते हैं. तो यूग्लिनॉइड्स में एग्जांपल हो गया यूग्लिया. हाँ? तब गलत है ना. गूगल हो 3 बताओ तब. स्लाइमोल्स सेप्रोफाइटिक होते हैं. सेप्रोफाइटिक होते हैं. एग्रीगेशन में प्लाज्मोडियम होता है. प्लाज्मोडियम जो है फ्रूटिंग बॉडीज फॉर्म कर देता है. फिर ये दे हैव स्पोर्स एट टिप एंड स्पोर्स हैव ट्रू वॉल्स एंड they are extremely resistant. And can survive for many years. And spores are disappeared by air current. Called plasmodium, differentiated into many fruiting bodies. Okay, now protozoans are heterotroph, live as a predator or parasite. They are believed to be primitive relative of animals. There are 4 major groups of protozoans.